Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's project is going to be a little small spindle project. I was watching YouTube and I seen a guy, I forget what his name was, and he turned these little small crosses. And I thought they were very quaint, so I said I'd have a go. So I said a little bit of spindle work. That's a little piece of laburnum. That's just a little bit of black lace. And I used a little smaller piece of black lace just for an eyelet. You can use a little brass eyelet in the top if you want, but I just used a bit of string. I didn't have eyelets. So it's a quick little project. As you can see, you don't need a hell of a lot of wood. So I had loads and loads of pen blanks I had gathered up over the years. So I just picked a couple of rough ones I wasn't going to use, and I cut them up into 1/4 inch size pieces. And perfect. So I'll show you the process now, how I do it. I'll just change camera here, so overlay it. So as you can see, it's piece of start. It's about 1/4 inch, give or take. It's not perfectly square, but what you do need to do is drill a 3mm hole, and the more accurate you get this, the better. So as you can see, I went in on edge, and I came out as relatively close to the edge as I could. So you can make up a little jig to sit under your pillar drill, but I cheated. I had this little guy off of the Pro Edge, and it worked perfect. So I just drilled it that way. But as I said, you can make up something similar with a piece of wood on your table saw, and it will do the same job. So 3mm hole here, and I just drilled a 2mm hole here, and as I explained a few minutes ago, that the hole in this end is just for a little eyelet. As I said, I just used a little piece of string. I didn't have eyelets, so as I said, you use what you have. So that's it. So we'll get it in the chuck and we'll get it turned. So it's going to be done in three pieces. So here's one I done earlier. So 1, 2. I didn't glue these just so I could show you. So turn this piece first, and there's the hole we drilled. And as you can see, there's the hole in the top, just for the little eyelet or your string, whatever you want to use. So the plan is to turn the sides of the cross. So when they're in situ, they want to be as close to the top piece as possible. So I got them as near as I could. So we'll give it a go. We'll try another one. This wood is a little bit of evergreen oak. This is a small diameter piece of wood, and I want to get a nice bit of speed, so I'm going to turn just about 2000 RPM. Or a little more. It's 22. I don't know if you guys can see this, but do you see where the nib of the pencil is? You can see the ghosting. That's where the hole is we drilled. So I just highlighted there. So that's where we want to make our little ball in the center. It's actually a little bit big. So around that size there. That's just for to take the sides. Because I drilled the hole in the center to 3 mil, I want to turn this section here down to 3 mil and this section here down to 3 mil, so as when all the pieces intersect, they look the same. So as we can see now, the hole is in the center of the ball, which is what we want. So as I said, we want to take this down to 3 mil the same. So I just cut a little template. I drilled a hole in the piece of wood and just cut it in half. So as you can see, I need to go another little bit. That's perfect there. As I said, someone that's efficient with a skew now I'd make light work of this, but as I said, I rarely use it, so because it's such a thin piece of wood, you just need to support it with your hand at the back. So now I'm happy with that. We'll get it sanded up. As I said, that's the extent of my skew work. I don't use it too often. Now, sandpaper. Same again, just light pressure on it because I said it's a very thin piece of wood. Once you have a go at one and get the concept of how it's done, you can go all crazy on beads and coves and do all sorts of fancy designs. I'm just keeping it plain and simple. Maybe at a later date I'll have a go at something a little bit different. So that's 180. It's 240. So that's sanding. I'm just going to put a little bit of sanding sealer on it now. I just use Chestnut Products sanding sealer. I mix it 50-50. So then for finish, I'm just using microcrystalline wax. It's a pen toner's overcoat. It's a quick finish. Clean piece of paper towel, and there we have it, instant shine. So that's part one finished. I'll just part it off now, and we can sides now. Back a little bit. So there we have it. That's the first part. So we have a little hole in the top for the eyelet, and we have the little 3mm hole here to receive the sides. No, we won't get another one out of that anyway. So you're getting brave now using the skew. Usually every time I pick the skew up to do something I get a catch or I ruin something. So now go a little bit thinner. So we'll just check. Yeah, it's just tight, so a little tiny bit more. So we want to keep them all the same. So I think this guy is still a little bit thick. So take another little bit off. Just getting sanded. 180. $240. 400. Sanding sealer. Microcrystalline wax. So the main stem. That's the first piece. So, do the other side. So, that looks very similar. sand, 180. Oh. So he popped off. I put too much pressure on him, but he's pretty good. All is not lost. So that's the last part. So that's our main stem. First piece. And second piece. So sometimes white is hard to see over the bed of the lathe. So there we have it. That's the little hole in the top for the eyelet. So as I said, you could go with 100 different styles, shapes, but I just kept it plain and simple for now. There's one I made, just a little piece of laburnum. So they just need the little eyelet now and the string doing that. But I'll do that off camera, and I'll take a few pictures and I'll pop them up at the end. So that's a wrap on this project now, guys. As I said, it's a quick and easy little spindle project. Nothing too fancy. You don't need a lot of wood. As I said, I just cut up a couple of pen blanks I had lying around. Started off with a piece around, you know, quarter by quarter, 4 inches, 4.5 inches long, and as I said, it's a little 3-part project, but an easy beginner project as well. You know, as I said, a nice little item for a craft fair or whatever. So I'd imagine people would like these as gifts. So. But anyway, if you like this video, guys, you might consider subscribing, hitting the like button. And to anyone who's already subscribed and watches my videos, it's much appreciated. So I shall catch you on the next one. So take care. Bye for now.